woman behind those images joins us right here on the show. Elena Adeniyi, photographer, is our guest on the Morning Brief. Hi, Elena.
Hello, thank you for having me today.
It's great to have you. I was asking before we came on board. Do you sleep with your camera on the bed, like, stay right here?
Yes, I do. It's right next to me, so I always look at it every day.
And it's understandable. And seeing some of your pictures, it's just mind-blowing, breathtaking. So walk us through first your creative process.
Okay.
First, you're a lady doing great stuff.
Oh, thank you.
In that sector. So clearly you're exceptional, right, for you to be able to get to this point. So walk us through your creative process.
Okay, so basically, well, my name is Elena Adeniyi. I started photography about 6 years ago, and that's more fashion forward, but I've been taking photos for about 8 years. How I kind of started was when I was in SS1, I did photography as a subject, and I had gotten a camera for Christmas from my mum because she saw how interested I was in it.
Thank you, Mommy.
Thank you, Mommy. And then from there, I would just always take photos of my friends, you know, of nature. I really just would go around the neighborhood. And then over time, I really just enjoyed capturing that moment. I think my main thing was being able to see something, you know, in real life and take a photo of it and hold that memory forever. So over time, I've just been like getting more into fashion photography, lifestyle, but then also trying to showcase and tell a story with my photos.
If you were to do a short course for people who are photographers or people who just want to photograph anything, because we all have these mobile phones that are so powerful, 4K phones.
8K.
Just walk on 8K. It is a techie. What would you tell us? When you see, for instance, you're seeing us seated, what should be the consideration in putting, because for some of us to just pick the camera and start snapping, what should we be looking at to give us that image?
I think definitely framing. Framing is very important, just being able to know, because some people might be like, okay, I'll take the photos from this high angle, but then it won't really capture everyone in the best light. So trying to find a way to get everyone's like right side is the best thing.
Is that all?
I think that's just the main thing to know is when you get that, you know, obviously post production you can do editing and coloring, but it's positioning them in a good way and then just like, you know, moving about or maybe moving people like, you know, color wise, like, you know, I might put you in the middle because you've got the pink and they've both got like darker colors, so making you stand out more. So just little tips like that is what to pick up on.
So color plays a role.
A role in,
Okay, so you started photographing in SS1, right? So that tells me that you did your secondary school in Nigeria. You had a secondary school in Nigeria. But where did you train?
I don't really have any formal training, but I've done I like to read lots of photography books, you know, like to watch lots of YouTube videos. But then over time, I was in secondary school for Nigeria, but I went back to Australia. So even that, I've been around lots of photographers, have lots of mentors, like my older siblings, they're in the creative field as well. So I feel like that's also inspired me to, you know, just keep doing what I'm doing and just keep practicing.
So you've practiced a lot in Australia?
Yes, I have,
So you're not particularly familiar with the Nigerian approach to photography, the olden days type of photography, where the photographer would lie down and then they would go on the rooftop, maybe lie down on a car just to get.
But better than that, better than that.
I think that's an aside. But talk to us about your subjects. What are the subjects that most interests you in photography?
I think definitely it would be people. Like my main thing is just being able to just like I said before, tell a story time, like explain like, okay, what's happening here, you know, how did I come up with this? It's more so thinking of a theme and then I'm like, okay, who would be the best model, who would be the best fit, and then just trying to showcase that. In saying so, it kind of plays into like an exhibition I'm actually hosting this Saturday in Lagos, so that's the main reason I wanted to come back like home and just have an exhibition with people. And the theme for that was Lagos waterways and fashion, but in time so it was also showcasing like people and the creative side of everything. So one way or another, people is my main thing I like to capture.
How welcoming has it been for you?
It's been very welcoming. I would say I'm like quite blessed as well. Like everyone I've worked with while I've been shooting here, because all the photos that I'll be exhibiting this week have been just like shot here in the past couple of weeks. So being able to go out to the beach, you know, working with lots of models, makeup artists and hairstylists, everyone has been very welcoming. When I message them on Instagram, they've all been like, yes, I'm very excited. I'm so down for that. So that's really good.
So
go ahead, just a second. I need your help,
okay, no
Elena. So My camera is on.
Yes.
So I want you to take a picture.
Okay.
I want to show that friend. You tell them to take pictures of you.
Oh my God.
And they're done. And then you're like, I'm not even in this. What's going on?
No.
So,
no, don't give it to your mothers.
Okay, no problem.
I'd like you to take a picture, just real time
the best
of me,
way.
maybe.
No, you can be seated.
Okay, no problem.
We're literally practicing your...
Because there's a rule of third, all those things. So please, I need to show that my friend.
Just go ahead. We'll just be talking through it. So, for instance, now you're holding the camera. He's seated. Okay. He's posing. He's wearing blue.
The best thing to do is, would you like your photo from like here up or from your waist up? Anyhow. Okay, no problem. I would say the best thing to do is usually tap there, and then you can kind of adjust the lighting to like a bit dark or a bit lighter, and then you just go take one. And then I always say the best thing, you can never take too many photos, well, depending on your storage though, but kind of from there, and I'll just take one more so you have a lot of variety, and then boom, here you go. Hopefully you like them.
Okay.
I know that's instructive for ladies, because
no problem.
when we look at our photo the first time, we're not satisfied. Okay, take another one.
Yes,
take another one. So let's talk about something else, which is also part of what photographers do. Yeah. It's about balancing what the picture actually says with special effects.
Okay, yes.
So there's a lot of deployment of special effects to photos, but what does it do, to the overall outcome, by taking away what was actually natural to the subject of the photograph?
Okay, no problem. So I think with special effects in photography, it's kind of if you're looking to shoot a certain type of way, you know how sometimes you can take a photo of something and then they add in like, props behind, all these kind of things. If let's say you're shooting in a studio like this and you want to showcase the beach, but you want to shoot in the studio, I think that's when special effects comes into play, because it's more so, okay, you add in the water there, the sand there, but then in my style of editing, I try to keep it as natural or as possible and minimal. I usually shoot on film or digital, so that film alone, like that photo was on film, so that adds in its own effect. So I try not to keep it, too far-fetched from what I've done. But I do know that, the help of special effects, especially during this time and age, is very helpful. Yeah.
Brilliant. So walk us through what to expect. You filmed in Lagos.
Yes.
Lagos is such a beautiful place.
Very.
I can tell you, as a creative, you shouldn't lack content.
Yeah.
If you're in Lagos. So what do we expect? And I imagine you had some challenges. If you had to shoot outdoor, I don't know if you shot outdoor a lot.
Yeah.
Did you have challenges? Because some of these things serve as feedback for government.
Okay.
We talk about how we're welcoming to creatives, how we want people to come in, but sometimes there are little things that just sour the whole process for people. So what to expect and some of the challenges. Maybe challenges first.
Okay, yeah.
What to expect.
Okay, I'll kind of give you a brief on what the exhibition is. So it is called Awanile, which means, when you translate it loosely into Yoruba, means homecoming. And I wanted to create a sense of, I've come back home, no matter where in the world you are, no matter what you do, there's no place like home, which is, I've always been like, growing up, that's always been a main thing for me. So coming back, I wanted to be like, okay, I've come back to Nigeria and I want everything to be a Nigerian production, everything in Lagos State. In saying so, doing that, I was making sure that when I would go out, because I shot everything on the beach to tie into the themes of the waterway, it was going to those beach locations. And when you go to the beach, everything's okay, but when they see you with a camera, they're like, okay, well, you have to drop this much. And then like, I'm just a single person, I'm not a media company, this exhibition has been like funded by myself, so it's like I don't have those means to like drop that kind of money to give them, those people. So that was kind of the challenges I had. Or sometimes, when you're shooting, like people would be walking by and then they'll just stand there in the middle and just stare like, what is this person doing? So that kind of reception. But I wouldn't say anything too negative has happened. And being able to like this one I took last year when I came was going to Takwa Bay, and while I shot that image, it was more, a lot of people were just trying to like come in and be like, no, you can't do that, and then the model was like, oh no, but we always come here and we do content. They're like, but no, you have to have this much money if you want to shoot. Those kind of things are the main issues I would say that was with shooting.
Elena, looking forward to the great work that will come out.
Okay, thank you very much.
They've come out already. You've seen them, but the world has not seen them yet. So looking forward to that, and we hope this is an encouragement to young girls out there to pursue their dreams. So thank you so much for coming.
No problem. Hope to
I wish you the very best.
Cheers.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're speaking with Elena Adeniyi, photographer, creative director. She took my picture, by the way. Thank you once again.
No problem.
Just before we go, let's tell you this. This is from the aviation sector. I know there's been lots of complaints from passengers flying into the country or moving around the airport about issues around corrupt practices and passenger experience. So this is the latest from the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace, and it's a position document on measures to address corrupt practices and enhance passenger experience at MMIA, that's in Murtala Mohammed International Airport, and GAT. So there you go, elimination of joint inspection tables, streamlined passenger processing, transparency in search procedures, and there's a lot more that have come up.
They talked about redefining agencies' roles, swift activation of the mobile courts, establishment of the meet and greet areas, and a couple of other places. Basically trying to talk about the fact that zero tolerance. You know, they have these marshals now. I was listening to the MD, Kuku, talk about it the other day, that it's no longer going to be business as usual. So for those of you who like sharp practices, maybe the time is up.
And so we know how to, report and channel our reporting when we find corrupt officials at the airports. A good development coming through.
We will report you.
Yes, indeed. And that's how it's been on this Thursday edition. We'll be back again with another super bumper package, same time tomorrow. Happy birthday again, Jeffrey.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I am Bukola Kuka.
Thank you. I'm Kaido Kikilu. This is part where we're saying happy birthday to you, Jeffrey.
Thank you so much.
Join us for the after party of the show. Sunrise Daily is next. Stay with Channels.
Bye-bye, I'm Jeffrey Uzama.